Today on Craft Club for Kids, we're going to make this easy fish craft. To get started, we are going to need some scissors, a pencil, a black crown marker or pencil crown, some glue, and some paper. I have a small piece of white, I have some yellow, and here I have a purpley pink color. The first thing to do is choose the color you would like for the body of your fish. So this is the color I would like. I'm going to take the piece of paper and put the long side in front of me going left to right and the short side top to bottom. And this is where we're going to measure. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to put my hand down, and you can see I'm just lining it up. I'm going to use my 4 fingers as my guide. The end of my 4 fingers, I am going to put a little tick mark. So at the end of your 4 fingers, just put a little tick mark. Then you are going to use that as your fold line. So right where the tick mark is, you are going to fold left to right, all the way down, and that creates a line. See, there you go. There's a little line. It's a fold line, and that is going to be your cut lines. You're going to grab your scissors and cut right on that line. And then we are going to do some gluing. Now, we want to glue one side to the other. So grab your glue, and we're going to put glue on one side. It doesn't matter which side. And then you're going to gently fold it over and glue it to the other side. And you will see, I didn't push down. See, here's a little loop in there, and that's what you want. So flat on one end, but there's a loop on the other. We're going to put that to the side, and then we are going to grab our white piece of paper. With your white piece of paper, you are going to start by folding it in half. Once you folded it in half, grab your pencil, and you're going to draw a circle for the eye. Then I'm going to cut that out, and because I folded, I'm going to end up with 2 eyes that are congruent, same shape, same size. Because we folded, remember, you only have to cut once and you're going to end up with double. Now for the next part, I am going to put those eyeballs on top of that extra piece of white paper, because this part can have a little bit of our black marker going on top of our work area. So if we have the white piece of paper, it just saves our work area from getting dirty. And I'm going to draw a tiny little pupil, and then I'm actually just going to trace around the eye. Now some of it's going to go on that white piece of paper, and that's okay. It's okay because it's an extra piece of paper. And then I'll just show you here. You can see where I have the little pupil and then a little black border around the outside. I'm going to do the same thing with my other eye. So I'm going to put that down, use my marker to draw a tiny little pupil, and then just trace around it. You could use a pencil crown or a crown as well. Now, so we do not lose those, we are going to glue them on. So we're just going to glue those on. Now it's on the loop part, so not on the straight part, but on the loop part. And then we are drawing a little smiley face. Okay, we're going to take our extra color. Now I'm using yellow for my tail and my fins, and I'm just going to put that right on top of my yellow piece of paper. And this is where my tail is going to go. So I want to use my pencil to measure. So I'm going to put a little tick on one end, a little tick on the other. See, I put the little ticks, and then I'm just going to draw a line that kind of goes up, goes around, comes in a little bit, up again, around, and back to the other side. So up, around, in, around, and back to the other side. And then I'm just going to draw right where that straight line is, right across. Then I'm going to take my scissors and cut that out. Once that is done, you will see I have a little bit of extra paper here, and I am just going to trim that off because I'm going to use that for my fins. I'm going to take that piece of paper, and I am going to fold it in half. Then I'm going to grab my pencil, and I'm going to go straight across. So going straight across, go up, kind of come in, up, around, and back down. So I went to the right, and then up, came in a little bit, back up again, and back down to the left, and then I'm going to cut those out. If yours doesn't look exactly the same, that is okay. Make your fins whatever shape you would like, then cut them out, and grab your marker, crown, or pencil crown, and we're going to get started. Now I have a little bit of pencil mark here, so I'm just going to flip over my tail. I'm going to use my marker, and I'm going to trace around the outer edge. I'm just leaving a little bit of a border as I trace. So I'm just tracing and leaving a little bit of a border. Then I'm going to go to the straight edge. So there's a straight edge. And starting from the top, I'm going to go down and draw my straight lines. So just drawing straight lines, doesn't matter how many, just leave a space in between each, and they don't all have to be the same size. You can see mine aren't. Now, here I have more pencil on here, so I'm just going to flip it over so you can't see, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going around the outer edge, making a border, and just leaving a little bit of a space, then finding the straight edge at the top and drawing my lines going from that straight edge top to bottom, and the exact same thing again. So tracing and then drawing lines going vertical, top to bottom. Then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my tail and glue it to the one end. Now I'm looking at my eyes. I'm going to go midway, and I'm going to use my black marker, and I'm going to draw tiny little lines that kind of loop up, 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 kind of curve. So I'm going to curve in, curve in, curve in, curve in, leave a space, curve, 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 leave a space, curve, curve, curve. So just like a pattern, I'm drawing my curve, 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 and space, curve, curve, curve. Then I'm putting a little bit of glue on my fins, and I'm gluing those underneath that piece of paper. And then on the other side, so you can see I just glue it underneath coming from the bottom. And there you go, I have my cute little fish. And here you can see I made a smaller one, and instead of using 4 fingers, I used 2 fingers and different colors. Thank you for joining me for Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.